Welcome to CIMB Thematic Investment Portfolio System. In this video, we are going to show you how the TIPS system incorporates systematic research methods and trading technology to bring an investor a choice of portfolios that is straightforward to understand and simple to trade. So let's get started. Many investors have a good understanding of today's major events and global issues. Most can identify key trends but may not know how to monetize these ideas, where to start investing, or what stocks to pick. CIMB Tips is an investment platform that gives you access to professionally constructed portfolios that seek to benefit from particular investment themes or strategies. These portfolios, also known as TIPS, consist of listed securities such as stocks or ETFs that track investment ideas or strategies. You can choose from a library of contemporary investment themes. For example, TIPS can provide exposure to cybersecurity, consumer in China, or big data. In the next 5 minutes, we will explain the advantages of portfolios over single securities, how the portfolios are created, how the portfolios are selected and managed, and the benefits of CIMB TIPS. We will also address some challenges that arise when constructing these portfolios. How do you identify the appropriate stocks to include? What weighting do you give to each stock? How and when do you rebalance the portfolio? And how do you avoid excessively concentrated positions? Investing into portfolios rather than single securities allows the investor to make decisions based on a certain idea or theme. The exposure to the investment theme is much wider, allowing the investor to benefit more from the overall theme while diversifying the risk associated with a single stock. The modern portfolio theory is a well-established investment decision approach used by the asset and fund management industry. This is considered the standard portfolio construction method for institutional investors. With TIPS, this institutional-grade decision process is now available to a wider audience of investors like you. TIPS are constructed according to a framework that is systematic, based on a set of transparent rules governing important facets, such as stock weighting and rebalancing, and the relevance to a particular investment idea. An important principle in this framework is diversification. This is allocating the investment amongst a number of stocks that maximize returns for a theme, while intelligently minimizing specific risks affecting an individual's company. Using this systematic approach, CIMB TIPS provides a rationale for each investment decision. This transparency means that you can better understand your investment and make an informed decision. The TIPS platform provides these details in each tip, which you can review in the fact sheet section prior to trading. In order to identify the appropriate stocks for each portfolio, we select a universe of securities based on the market and the type of instrument. From there, we may look at the largest amount of companies by market cap. We continue to narrow this universe by removing securities that are not relevant to the strategy. We look at sector classification of the company, or the percentage of revenue of the company generates from certain business lines or geographies to determine relevance. Next, we assess company size and liquidity, and from there we do our final selection, which varies from thematic, model-based, and multi-asset tips. Most benchmark indices weigh securities by their market cap, but by doing so, it allocates excessive weight to a handful of stocks, which leads to a poorly diversified portfolio. This approach is also trend following. Expanding, well-performing companies are rewarded, and small underperformers are penalized. We take a balanced approach. For thematic tips, we opt for equal weighting. For model tips, we weigh by a measure that strengthens the main characteristic of the strategy. Our portfolios are reviewed by reapplying the construction rules at predetermined regular intervals, which may lead to portfolio rebalances. This ensures that the tips remain representative of the investment idea and reflect changes in the market environment. Rebalancing typically improves the risk-return properties of a strategy versus a static basket. It also controls portfolio turnover, which, if excessive, can be detrimental to the overall performance. We notify you when it is time to rebalance the portfolio, which can be actioned with a single click. This removes the complexity involved with trading and rebalancing portfolios. In finance, diversification is an important concept as it reduces risk by spreading an investment across multiple securities. You may consider investing into large Chinese internet corporations such as Alibaba or Baidu, but by directly investing into these stocks, you are exposed to other risks within the companies, such as their management, corporate governance, or business strategy. A better way of investing would be to buy the portfolio China Online, which consists of 20 companies operating in this area. Using diversification reduces the single stock risk. The net effect is more exposure to the broader investment idea and improvement in risk-adjusted performance. For an investor, being up-to-date is critical. CIMB Tips platform brings you systematic constructed portfolios that are responsive to emerging trends. Research based on market trends, opportunities, and capital flows. Access to themes that are quantifiable, trackable, and investable, and access to global markets. Our Tips platform is seamlessly integrated into our execution system, making the investing process even simpler. CIMB undertakes the whole process for you, including the queuing of overnight orders, direct market orders to buy and sell, and rules for short sells. So you can rest assured that your investments are not only well-researched and up-to-date, but each transaction will be carefully executed under CIMB's strict governance. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Tips.